Sue Arts with OBXentertainment.com and OBXE TV. Our special guest today is Marie York with Marie's Maids. Thanks for being here, Marie. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Great. So what brought you here to the Outer Banks and what made you get into the maid business?
Well, my career of 30 years working for a software vendor and for a broker for international trade was being discontinued. They didn't keep up with the customs mandates. So when I decided what am I going to do for a living, I asked my father, actually, he was 90 at the time, and he says, Marie, if no one's hiring you, you've got to make money. And I didn't quite understand what he meant, and basically you've got to go out on your own. You've got to do something that you like. And a few days after that of really soul searching and thinking what I can do, 3 people in one day said, Marie, you should clean. That's all you do is clean. So that's how I started off. But I know that the Outer Banks has a lot of opportunities, not only seasonal but also year-round. It's a matter of getting me out there to find the opportunities, and with help with the Outer Banks entrepreneurs and also OBX, entertainment is going to be a great help. As far as me personally, I do have enough work to keep me busy year-round. But I want to keep marketing in order to have other people. I have very qualified people that can work year-round, but if they keep working with me year-round, they could get, I think they're better than I am right now, but they could keep improving and improving. So when the height of the season comes, we can all take everything to, I guess, the most fruition possible, because they're going to be trained enough that I don't really have to go back over and have hands-on. So my goal in its entirety is to bring more people on, because I'm going to have more inventory of jobs.
Right. And it is hard to find good people you can count on. Like, what can people expect if they hire you? Like, maybe first-time people like us, like regular homeowners here.
Well, to have an understanding, I usually have a task list, and that could be accommodated to streamline any of your needs. Looking around, you have a lot of paraphernalia, and if you want all the pictures taken down and everything washed, we would start, from top to bottom. And the first time is usually more extensive, and I'll never go to a house. I've learned by myself the first time. I will bring someone. So if we're there for 6 hours, it's a 12-hour job, and we've knocked it out. And then on a regular basis, if you keep up with it, it could be a one-time deal, and we could price accordingly. But basically, if we go in the first time and say you're going to be once a month, you'll be surprised how easy it is for us to maintain. So if we were there the first time, 6 hours, both of us, the next time it's probably going to be 3. But you would get some idea to know. I do have customers that are not there at the house. They don't know what's going to be done. So the task list is there. And then some really like to streamline and really be detailed oriented as far as move the animal crate, clean the cage, do the cat litter. So there's always something, and that's basically included.
Wow.
But you'd have a good idea. It would be top to bottom, and you'd have a list to go by and to be tailored to suit your needs.
Nice. So would you say that most of your jobs are from locals who live here year-round, or is it more like rental houses, or?
I'm up to almost 100 customers.
Wow.
And right now I have a lot that are locals that keep me busy every single day. When I have more than one off season, I do bring someone. And it's just, it cuts my day shorter, and it gives someone else some income. And then I know that if they're going to come on board in the summer, because this summer I expect to bring a few people more on board, that they're going to be very independent and make my life a lot easier.
Right.
And also, I was very surprised, this is the first year, I'm in my 3rd year of inception, that the people who are, I guess you want to say seasonal, they come in so much more, because I have such an abundance. I don't know the ratio, if it's 50-50 or not, because I have several of the seasonal that are here every single week. Right. And then they come back maybe through to December, and then January, no, and February, no. Then it starts to pick up, and then the deep cleans start. And the deep cleans really aren't with the locals, because they have told me their previous maid services, when they try to market it, if I'm doing my job year-round, they shouldn't have to have a deep clean.
That's
and it's
a good
true.
thought.
We hit the refrigerator, the stove. We do not use an automatic oven to clean. We actually will scour, and we will use, the spray. But we will make sure that everything is kept up to par, along with if you have any crown molding, any baseboards, any trim here. that it shouldn't really have to be done. And every time, you know, we look under the couch, and these are movable, we'll take them out. It all depends on the frequency of what you have. If it's twice a month or once a month, then, you know, but we try to get everything so you don't need that deep clean.
Right.
And, you know, even like I'm thinking the linens and the drawers, and we really don't go into that personal for locals.
Right.
You know, to say, well, we're going to strip everything and we're going to wash everything in the cabinets for deep cleans.
Right. So that must be, because I know, like, regular homeowners might be nervous to let, like, complete strangers into their homes. Do you have anything, like, to comment about that? Like,
well, I am licensed, bonded, and insured. I'm also an LLC. And I started off, and I just fell into it with Home Advisor before they were even televised in this area. And I have to be screened and approved, and they do a background check, and that is criminal. And it's also, I was reading up on that today, because I knew you were going to ask me about this, because of my different badges, that they make sure that your credit is in good standing, also that your license hasn't had anything, I don't have the correct terminology, against the state.
Right.
I guess that it's still active, and I'm following everything between the guidelines. And also, a lot of the times they are there, and then after a while, they realize that we're not going to drink their booze, watch TV, eat their food.
Right.
We want to be in and out as quick as possible.
Exactly.
With most efficiency, but to move on, and again, to make some more money and let's keep going.
Right.
But I hope that they do feel confident or comfortable. I guess I try to make people do feel comfortable. And if they aren't there, I always text upon arriving, ask if there's anything special, and I also text upon locking up, and that's for liability purposes too.
Right. Right. So, what if somebody has, I know our family, for example, has like a little cottage in South Nags Head, and they come like on the off season and hang out there, but on the in season they rent it out through a rental company. And I know that that rental company, like, they have, I guess, their checklist of things that I guess deep cleaning before the season starts.
Yeah.
Now, if they wanted to, could they hire like an individual such as yourself rather than go through?
Yeah, certain property management companies allow that. Not to mention names or market them.
Right, right.
But I've had a few calls, one for a deep clean and one for a seasonal. But my problem is, wow, once it starts getting sped up, if I go clean the place and I say, okay, it's good, or I have someone else clean it and I have to go and check on it,
right,
then they have their inspector come in, and if they don't find anything wrong, say, oh, hypothetically good, then what happens if the guest complains? Then
right,
I'm like all over the place, and then I'm worried about what happens if a mattress pad is dirty and they don't have a washing machine
right,
and a dryer. I'm responsible as the cleaner to stop my whole business, my whole day to go somewhere.
right.
So I'm open to deep cleans. I don't have a problem if somebody does call me. I think when they do call me, they're looking for a steal of a deal, because property management companies, I think, are more pricier than I am.
Right.
And I think I'm reasonable, but it's not low enough for them. So right now, at present, I'm sort of deterring working and being affiliated with a property management company. It would give me way too much responsibility.
Exactly, yeah.
And my focus has to be on the jobs I have. And I'm happy to say last year, with the seasonal people, I did not get one call back.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, that's a surprise. It is.
Yeah.
So everyone was happy, I should say. And there weren't any complaints or comments, so.
Good. Well, my next question was going to be like, what sets you apart from everybody else? But I think you got that covered.
Well, how can I say that we don't do a high traffic lane? And with property management company, I understand it's more of a high traffic lane.
Right.
And I can't have that. And if it takes long, I do pay whoever that works for me. They could make more money working for me and in a less amount of time than working for a property management company. So they're compensated accordingly. I can't be to the point of greed. If I say I have enough now to make a living, I know I can make more with people, but I still have to keep the quality. Because once you lose the quality reputation, there have been times I'm not 100%, and I'll do what it takes to make them happy.
Nice. Well, that's good, because customer service definitely goes a long way. And around here, like, your reputation is just invaluable. So
it is. It's small place. The website is cleanforyou@obx.us.
Cleanforyou@obx.us.
And everything is spelled out.
Gotcha. Okay. And your Facebook page, if they just search Marie's
Maze, it should come up directly. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to have a very awesome season this year, and maybe someday we can have you come over to our house, but
Okay, sounds like a plan.
I'm afraid that might be like a 3-day job for all of your employees and yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, as long as meals are provided, that's it. We got a place to sleep right here. We're good.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
I'm Sue Arts with OBXentertainment.com and OBXE TV, and we'll see you next time.